All right now.
Because there once was a time myself where I was on the right track and I may have stumbled. There once was a time myself when I wanted to tell so-and-so about they so-and-so and when I wanted them to go and how to get there. But if it was not for the Lord on my side, there was a time. I don't care who and where I was. I keep saying this. I keep trying to let people know. Don't mistake my quietness.
No.
And my choice to not engage into this foolishness.
That's right.
As a sign of weakness.
That's right.
All right.
Just to show us there's life in my body. Just show us this heart keeps on beating. And the breath keeps going in and out of my lungs. God don't need no cavalry soldiers.
That's
All right. All right.
My mama ain't raised no fool.
All right.
That name Warren means something. Just like the name Jackson means something. I come from a breed of people who don't play. They don't play, they don't play. In modern times, my generation says, we bout that life. That means that anything that we say, we're going to do. Anything
all right.
we're going to be about. I know, I've heard stories of how my great aunts and my aunts and my uncles, how they used to be out there tussling and bustling. They was in it. They'll fight you at the drop of a dime. God rest her soul. I heard a story about my great auntie Mary on my granddad's birthday that I never would imagine. When I can remember seeing her and how strict and straightforward she was, I didn't know that Mary Lewis, God rest her soul, was as feisty and fiery as she was. God rest her soul, my grandmother, the loving, caring mother that raised us and then raised so many others. I didn't know the stories of how grandma used to grab them by their shirt collar. God, I shared a story with you. I was talking to my niece and nephew myself, and I was telling them, I was like, don't you all realize that, okay, you don't mess up your rooms and keep it dirty when you're at the house. So when you come home, don't you think you should do the same thing? I said, don't that make sense? I said, well, we never really, I said, but think about it. I said, your nana told me to tell you that she was going to come back to make sure that you clean your room. Now, I don't know if you know the same woman that I know. When your uncle and your poppy were growing up, she didn't play this. When she said it, she meant it. And if it wasn't done by the time she came home, there was some problems. And I kept saying to them, I said, think about it. I said, have Nana has she ever beat your butt? Has she ever took her hand and slapped you across your face? And they looking at me crazy. I said, yeah. I said, that sweet old lady that y'all keep trying to take advantage of, I said, that's not the woman that y'all want to see. When she tells you to do something, trust me, you better do it. Because you go get it from her. She gonna tell your poppy, then your poppy, you gonna get it from your poppy. I said, just cut it off and just do it. It only makes sense to just do it. If doing it is right, then not doing it must be wrong.
All right.
But back to my point at hand. They said, my name is Legion, for we are many. And he began to entreat him earnestly not to send them out of the country. Now there was a big herd of swine feeding on the mountain. And the demons entered him, saying, send us into the swine so we may enter in. And he gave him permission, and coming out, the unclean spirits entered the swine, and the herd rushed down the steep bank into the sea, about 2,000 of them, and they were drowned in the sea. And the herdsmen ran away and reported in the city and out in the country. And the people came to see what it was that happened. And they came to Jesus and observed the man who had been demon-possessed sitting down, clothed in his right mind.
Yes. Right mind.
The very man who had the legion, had they became frightened. When they think they got you.
Come on now.
By something. When they hear this hearsay, this he say and that she say.
All right.
When they hear about who you used to be and where you used to go, and who you used to hang out with, they think they have something to hold you back. Just like this man who had these unclean spirits in him, they physically tried to shackle and bound him because of who they thought he was. This vessel that we have, it's home to something so precious and so golden that there are those who try to oppress you and keep you down because they know what it is within you. They can see it sometimes at an early age. They can see it sometimes when you open your mouth and speak. And sometimes they can even see and hear it when you just sitting there not saying a word at all.
That's right.
So I just said yes. I don't be trying to do nothing. I be going on about my business. I be here by myself, but it just seems like sometimes. Yes, Lord. Yes. It must be something greater in here that make you want to come at me.
Yes.
I'm only human. This stuff right here is only the human aspects of me, but something on the inside. Let me protect what it is in here. Let me keep it out of your hands and keep it in his hands. Let me say yes when he asks me to get up and speak at 9:30 on second Sunday. Let me say yes when a young person comes to me and asks me a question. I can sit there and say, honestly, I've been there and I've done that. This is the results of it because of me. I'm not saying the same thing is going to be the results of it for you, but chances are, if I've done it and someone before me did it and somebody before me and before them did it, and we still yielded the same results, chances are, if you even try to, you may be stopped.
All right now.
So it's best that you just say no to certain things, but yes to the right thing.
All right.